Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is one of Marvel's latest releases. This is Fantastic Four, Thing vs. Immortal Hulk. It's Volume 4 of the latest Fantastic Four series. It's kind of an interesting one as to what it includes. So it includes issues 12 to 13 of Fantastic Four. That's written by Dan Slott, art by Sean Izaakse, Marcio Menyz is the colorist, Joe Caramagna is the letter. And then it also has Fantastic Four for Yancy Street, which is written by Gerry, Duggan, Greg Smallwood, Mark Bagley, Scott Hanna, Luciano, Vecchio, and Pérez are the artists. Greg Smallwood, Erick, Arciniega is the colorist. Joe Caramagna, again, is the letter. And then there's Fantastic Four Negative Zone. First part is written by Mike, Carey, Stefano, Caselli, and then Erick is the artist, and then Erick, Arciniega is the colorist. And then the second one is What Are the Fantastic Four, is written by Ryan North with Steve Oi, we're going to go with that as the artist, and then lettered by Cory Petit. So, of the main Fantastic Four comic, there's only 2 issues. There's 12 and 13, which is kind of fascinating that you got a volume that has so few issues, and then there's a bunch of one-shots that came out that are included in it. So, we'll first go with the main Fantastic Four. It's Ben Grimm on his honeymoon. He got married to Alicia Masters, and then on their honeymoon, the Immortal Hulk goes to attack the Thing, except the problem is this is the time period that the Thing was going to change into Ben Grimm, which only happens once a year, so their clock is coming down until he changes, and he has to stop the Hulk until then. The Thing versus the Hulk is a classic battle that's gone on for so many comics. So many issues, who's the strongest of the 2 of them, and it's a decent issue. I actually really liked the countdown aspect of it. I kind of wish that was played into a little bit more, while it's present. It does feel like maybe they could have leaned on it a little bit more. What reminds me of something that really sticks out is the old Spawn clock ticking down. I would have loved to see that done a bit heavier in the comics, something like that. But overall, it's a decent story. Once you figure out what's going on, it gets solid. There's some stuff that comes out of it that's going to have some ramifications going forward. So that's pretty interesting. And then you've got the 4 Yancy Street story. This was an interesting one. So a kid tags a memorial. Thing gets angry, goes to figure out what's going on about that. And the story winds up being a story about gentrification, with the Fantastic Four moving into their new digs. Everyone wants to live around the Fantastic Four, so rent's going up, people are getting evicted, and people are pissed that live in the neighborhood that the Fantastic Four is doing this. It's actually a really great idea. It's actually a fantastic idea, and I love them dealing with that. It's an issue that would be in the back of my mind reading the series. I don't know how many other people would do that. So the fact that it was addressed somewhere is, I think, really solid, and is generally taking on gentrification. It's a worthy story to discuss. The story itself, it's pretty solid. It's a good read. I remember when it originally came out, I kind of scratched my head as like, where are they going with it, other than it's just a good read. So it's decent. It's good. It's good. I think that the concept's better than the execution, but the execution's pretty solid. And then there is this Negative Zone comic, which I'm still trying to figure out what kind of the point of was. It's just an adventure into the Negative Zone. Of course, Blast Star is involved, and Eyeless is involved, all that. So that, it's I think the weakest out of all of it, but it's more of a me being really intrigued as to where all this stuff is going eventually with the Fantastic Four. Things tend to come around with Marvel a lot of these days. So, obviously we just had the big event with the Negative Zone going on, which doesn't really seem to be touched upon. But yeah, it's kind of intriguing that this came out. It makes me think that someone else big is coming when it comes to the Negative Zone. The Fantastics is, again, decent comic. Ryan North, great writer. Some solid humor to it. Overall, it's a decent entry, but I think nothing that really blew me away. And it's what's kind of weird is the trade has only 2 of the main series in it, and then the rest is a bunch of one-shots. So I think that's a little odd for this, especially when you're used to getting maybe 4 or 5 of an issues. The other stuff is decent reads, but none of it seems vital for the main series right now. So I'm a little head scratching on that one, but it is what it is. If you're a diehard Fantastic Four fan and want to read everything, it's great. If you just want to read the main series, it kind of stinks. So Yeah, I mean that's kind of where it's at. Like this is one for people who really love Fantastic Four and want to read everything. So this is out $15.99 now. It'll be out in bookstores soon. As far as extras, there's some sketches, which is great. Some extra cover variants that they showed off. But other than that, it's pretty thin on extras. It's, as I said, out in comic shops now. This is one definitely for the Fantastic Four fans. Got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. Tell if a shop's near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some affiliate links. There are affiliate links. We do get a percentage of that, but really you should go support your comic shop. Like, absolutely go support your comic shop. Even mail order. Just order online from comic shops. They are the backbone of the industry, and they need all the help they can get right now. And speaking of support, I want to thank Marvel for hooking us up with this review copy. We appreciate it, and thank you for watching. Now, if you're into Fantastic Four, if you're into comics, you're into Marvel, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Till next time, as always, much appreciated. Keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.